Good morning again. To access the webinar, or to access the examination module, all you need to do is just go to the more and click upon the examination. And on clicking upon examination, you will be redirected to a page which says settings, generate reports, exam management, report center, and an online exam. So online exam is a plugin that you will be getting up. It's an add-on plugin. So we won't be discussing the online exam here. The rest part of the things will be discussed now. So just like any other module, we need to start off with the settings part. So we need to click upon the settings part, which will give us these many options: set grading levels, ranking levels, class designations. CC settings is the one which is required by the CBSE schools, and it's quite a big section of the examination module. So we would be dealing up it in a different separate webinar of our own, and now we'll be dealing up with the rest of the settings now. So to start off with, first of all, the grading levels are to be set. The grading levels are the ones where you set the grades which for the respective mark ranges, and now this set of grading levels can be set as common to all your batches. Moreover, you can even set a particular grading type which is to be specific for a particular batch. Let us say that if you want to create a specific grading level for your batch, then just click upon the batch, and on clicking, it's now set in common. If you want to add grades to it, just click upon it, add grades, and the model box which pops up asks you to enter the name of the grade and the minimum score and the description. Let us say that if you want to create a grading level like grade O, and the minimum score for it should be, let us say, 90%, and the description we can put it as outstanding. And on clicking upon the save, this grading level is created. Similarly, you can create all your grading levels for your batches, or else you can just create a particular set of grading levels and fix it and set it as common to all other batches. So this way your grading levels will be created. So having created all the grading levels, your page would look something like this. O, which is minimum score of this, the respective grade points and so on are to be added, and this way the grading levels are set. Now it's time to create some ranking levels. Ranking levels are the levels which are mandatorily specific to each of the batches. Now let us say that you want to create a ranking level for a particular batch, a particular course. Then all you need to do is just go upon and click upon this particular text field and type the name of the ranking level which you want to enter. Having entered each of this, your ranking level would look something like this. Here in this particular example, I have created three ranking levels: failed, passed, and detailed. So if I want to have a look on how it looks like, it will look something like this. So here for this particular course, I have named a ranking level called failed, which has a marks of 40%, and the upper limit type being upper, the number of subjects is 2, and subject limit type is lower. So now I will tell you what this exactly means. So if you want to create a grading a ranking level as failed, let us say that you want to make this as every student who has scored at most 40% marks in at least 2 subjects will be classified under the failed group. This way you can create your other ranking levels. Like the other ranking levels can be passed, detained, and failed. Again, to create passed, you can just click upon this particular text field, type the name of the ranking level, and then the percentage of marks, the limit type, the subjects, and the subject limit type. So again, as per this ranking level that we have set, it means that every student who has scored at least 40 marks in at least 4 subjects will be classified as passed. So this way you can create all the ranking levels. Now we are done with the grading levels and the ranking levels. Now it's time to create some class designations. To create class designations, all you need to do is just click upon the particular course and write each of the designations in the name and the percentage of marks required to get classified in this particular class designation. So as per the example I have set it, it's like every student who has scored minimum of 40% of marks will be a maximum 40% of marks will be coming under failed. Similarly, students who have scored at most 50% of marks will be classified under third class, and so on. So this is all about the settings. Now we will be moving up to the next part of the exams, just the exam management. In exam management, you are allowed to create new exams, you can enter the results, and you can even publish the exams. So now we would be creating a sample exam for a better understanding. Let us say that I am selecting the course called UKG, and now under UKG I have different set of batches. Again, in each of these batches I need to select upon which batch I want to create an exam for. So if you have many exams created for this particular batch, your exams page would be looking something like this. Now to create a new exam, you just click upon new, type the name of the exam. Let us say I am creating it as surprise test 4, and the exam type can be marks, grades, and marks and grades. And clicking upon save, I will be asked to schedule the exam named. So to carry upon the process, I need to enter the maximum marks and the minimum marks, and then on entering the maximum marks and minimum marks from here, you will be able to enter the maximum marks and minimum marks for each of the subjects automatically. Now if you want to change the thing, you can even go to the particular shell and change it. Now once you have entered the maximum and minimum marks, now you will be asked to enter the start time and end time for each of the subjects. So this way we will be scheduling the examination module, the examination for each of the subjects for the students by giving it a particular date and time. Now having created all of this, now we can move into the last column of the table called do not create. In this particular table we are asked to select a subject where examinations are not conducted. Let us say that you have a particular subject but you do not have any examinations for it, then you can just go upon and select the option right from here. Moreover, in this particular exam group that we are going to create with the name of surprise test 4, if you do not have the subject name maths, English general knowledge, science, Odia or Hindi, you will be asked in any of the subjects, you can just opt upon this particular box and exams for that particular subject won't be created. So this way, after filling up the relevant details, you can save the changes made. Once the examinations has been created successfully, now if you want, you can go and select and publish the examination. So the one that we have entered Surprise Test 4 is coming up in the last part. It says publish exam schedule. Once the examinations has been published, the SMS would be sent to the parents saying that the examinations has been published for the particular date. Now, moreover, this will also be available in the school calendar. So every person who would be logging into his account will be able to see the examination created. So this way we have created, as you can see, that the examination created was for today, 4th of November 2013. So the calendar would be showing the 4th as a blue legend, which further means that examinations has been created for the particular dates. So this way the examinations has been scheduled and published. Now after the examination has been conducted, you will be asking the papers will be getting evaluated, and after the papers are evaluated, now you can enter the marks for each of the examinations. So now to enter examination marks, you can do it by entering marks for each of these persons like this. And now having entered for each of the students, now you can just go upon and save the changes made. So this way you will be asked up to enter marks for each of the subjects for all the students. So please do remember that. Moreover, if you have some elective subjects into this, like the way I have in Odia or Hindi, so I need to assign the subjects to the students in the settings part of subject. Now having done that, only the students who have opted for the first subject will be coming up in the list, and the persons who have opted for Hindi would be coming up in the different list. So it's all easy to enter the marks for each of the students. Now as you have entered the marks for each of the subjects for students, now you can just go upon and click the public exam result. Publish exam result. On publishing exam result, you'll be getting a notification which says exam result published and no SMS was sent as SMS setting was not activated. So if I have my SMS setting activated, the publishing of result will be sent as an SMS notification to the respective parents and students as well. So this way the examination has been conducted. Now a later part, if you want to connect your exams, let us say that in your school, in the particular batch, you have a weightage for each of the exam groups. So let us say Surprise Test 1 has a weightage of Surprise Test 1 has a weightage of 100%, or the one that we created as is the one which has some weightage, so you can just put it as 100, and so this would be only considered for the marks. Moreover, as per the situation, you can, or the needs of the batch, you can just set your weightage accordingly. So now we are done with creation of exams, entering of results, publishing of the results even. Now it's time to see some reports of the examinations conducted now. So let's click upon exams, and now you'll be able to see the link which says generate reports. So generate reports is the link which helps you to generate the reports for all of your students. So let us say that you have a course called UKG, and under UKG, on clicking upon generate, all the reports will be updated, and to see that you can also see it as a share. You can also see whether the job that you are trying to see has been done or not. As you can see that we get a flash message which says report generation in queue for batches this many, and click here to view the scheduled job. So whenever it's a scheduled job, please note that scheduled job are the jobs which comes in queue as per the jargon followed by as per the terms followed by FEDINA. So once the scheduled job has been finished up, you will be able to see a flash message like this which says no scheduled jobs for the scheduled job type. So now you are done with the generation of reports, and if you want, you can see the reports from the report center of each of the students. So again, we will be going through each of the reports in detail. So if you want to see the exam wise report, so you need to select the batch and the exam group in which you are interested in. And on clicking upon view, you will be able to see the marks scored by a particular person in this. So moreover, the marks that you will be seeing up won't be only the statistical mark. You will also be seeing a graphical representation of the marks scored. Now you can see the student marks and the class average via a histogram representation of the same. So this bar represents the class average, while this bar represents the mark of the student that has been selected, Abhishek DP3. Moreover, you can even go to each of these other links and see what all marks have been scored by the rest of the students. This is all about the exam-wise report. Now, moving upon to the subject-wise report, on clicking upon, you need to select a batch first of all, and then the subject, and on clicking upon view, we will be able to see the reports of each of the students in each of the exam groups conducted. So the way that you're able to see now is exam 1, the marks scored by this particular student is this, and for surprise test 1, the marks scored by the student is 19 out of 25. So this way you will be able to see all the marks scored. Now going to the grouped exam reports, archive student reports. Now if you have a number of archive students and if you want to see the reports, then you need to just go up onto the particular course, select the batch and view. So this way you will be able to see the marks scored by the archive students in your batch. Now coming back to the student ranking per subject, if you want to see the rank of students in a particular subject of your choice, then you need to select the batch and the subject that you're looking for. So now you'll be able to see that in the exam 1 the rank was as per this, in the surprise test the exam 2 the ranks were this, and so on. Similarly, the student ranking per subject per batch can also be monitored, and student ranking per course per school can also be monitored. Now let us suppose that if you want to see the student ranking per attendance for each of the batch, so all you need to do is just go upon to the batch that you need and select a start date and end date for the same. So this way you will be able to see the report of all the students who have scored a particular rank as per the attendance. Then we have some different things like the ranking level report. You can see the ranks of all the students in the whole. You can see the students as per the ranking levels that you have decided. So in the settings part, we have created a thing called ranking levels. So based upon those ranking levels, the students will be classified in each of. So let us say that if you want to see all the students who have failed, then on viewing you will be able to see the persons who have failed as per the subjects. So this is the list of all students who have failed. Similarly, using the different ranking levels, you can just figure out all the students. Now if you want to see the transcript of a particular batch, then you need to just go upon to the particular link, select the batch, and then you will be able to see the marks scored by each of the students. Now you have something called the combined reports, which helps you to take the reports as per the ranking levels and class designation that you have set. Now let us say that you want to have a report of all the failed students and who are under the class designation called failed and who are under the class designation called ranking levels failed. So on viewing it, if you have some reports, those will be available in this. So the failed students are coming up this. So if you have some failed students in this class designation, then this would also be available. This is all about the report center and the examination. And now the online exam is a different plugin, so it won't be discussed in this webinar. So this completes the webinar on examination module. Now we can proceed on with the queries.